everyone, my name is Shalise, also known as Mommy Trader here on YouTube. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate all of you guys being here with me today. We are a family of 5 and we are trying to achieve something called FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. We're trying to retire in about 5 years to really do the things that we want to do, right? We want to start up our own businesses and all of that good stuff. And so we need money to live off of. So that's why we're grinding the way we are right now, okay? With investments, building up our net worth, our wealth, buying real estate, all of that good stuff. So if you want to see our real numbers and follow our journey and perhaps get some inspiration too, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and join us. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't know how many people show all their business on the internet, okay? You can actually see all of this money at work for us, and hopefully it can inspire you, like I said, to get started on whatever your goals are, right? We want to be able to just at the end of the day, achieve our desires when it comes to our lives, right? So today I'm going to be talking with you about 5 ways or 5 things we're doing to prepare for the recession. Now, technically, in my humble opinion, we already are in one. I know official numbers got to come out and the government has to make an official statement. But if you look around, you don't really need data to tell you that. Just look around, look at your budget. Look at the grocery store. Have you been there lately? Have you gotten gas lately? Have you looked at your property taxes? Or if you pay rent, goodness gracious, has your rent gone up? Your mortgage payment, has that gone up? Your escrow account? We can see it everywhere. We can feel it. And so it's going to be here a while. And I'm not the type of person who just like to put out fear. I'm not a fear monger. I'm solution oriented. I like to know, okay, trouble is coming. This is how I can prepare against it. This is how I can protect my family and myself from the impending destruction that may be coming down the pipeline, okay? And just keep in mind, guys, a great thing to keep, at the forefront is that recessions do not last a long, long time, maybe at 12 to 15 months or so. So if you can kind of prepare yourself, prepare your money for that, and just get through it, you will come out on the other side more victorious. Your money would have grown and you will see oh my goodness, I'm glad that I was able to kind of stick through this, because now that I'm on the other side, I'm seeing all the benefits now because I was able to kind of hold the line, if that makes sense. First thing that we are doing to kind of get ourselves ready for a recession is to save a little bit extra. Okay, so we do have our emergency fund. But on the other end, because we're living right now, especially if you have children, if you have a lot going on like we do, we have rental properties, we have just things going on. So saving a little bit extra would be great. Because $1,000 a year ago doesn't have the same value as it does right now. So if let's just say tires, for example, tires were $700 a year ago. Those same tires are probably $1,000 now. Yeah, it's that much now because, again, the supply chains, inflation, things just going up, but people's wages are not going up as well. So saving a little bit extra, you can figure out whether you want to do an extra $100, maybe you want to save an extra month worth of expenses. But for us, we're going to save 1 extra month's worth. So instead of 3 for our emergency fund, it'll be 4 months. But outside of that, because we can access our money relatively quickly in the other places that it's at, we really just want to kind of cap it at 4 months. But that's what we're doing. It's just saving a little bit extra. The second thing we are doing is going to continue to invest. You probably knew this already. If you watch this channel, you probably were thinking, Shalise, should that be number 1? But the reason why I put saving first is that we want to make sure that we take care of our here and now first. So, if something happened, God forbid, my husband gets sick, there was an accident, we would have 4 solid months of being able to keep, our lifestyle the way it is. But outside of that, investing, we are big investors, huge investors. We invest a lot of money every month. And so we want to continue that, because a lot of times when people see the stock market go down, it's crashing, what they do is that they sell, they get scared. But when you are an investor, you really have to switch this and you have to tell yourself, red is good, okay? When the market is down, that's a good thing, because it means you are buying your favorite companies like Target and Walmart and Amazon and Tesla and all of that good stuff at a discount. If you go into the store and you see something marked down 20%, 30%, you get all giddy, because I do. And so I like shopping those types of sales. And I try to think the same thing when it comes to investing into the stock market. If you see companies down, Disney, for example, Disney was under $100 per share. Do you know to get into Disney World, Magic Kingdom, It's $106 per person. And that's if you're not going during the Christmas season or something like that. And that's for ages 10 and up. So if you can buy a ticket to get into a park for $106 and the stock is under $100, you know what I mean? Like, be an owner and a consumer if you can. These are some like once in a lifetime great deals. There's a lot of fear out here with the recession, with inflation, with, the C word that seems like there's a new variant every other week or something like that. So there's a lot of fear going on. But again, I'm trying to follow what the big money is doing. If Warren Buffett is continuing to buy, and he's buying a lot when the market is crashing, this is how the rich gets richer. And I want to be able to not only grow the wealth for my family, but really spread that knowledge, though I'm not a financial advisor, but really spread that knowledge so that all of us can kind of close this wealth gap and be able to achieve the dreams we want for our family. But yes, continuing to invest the 401k, the HSA into our kids' accounts as well. All of our taxable brokerage accounts, I-bonds, all of that stuff. Really continue to invest. The third thing that we're going to do is to really go through our budget and really analyze all of our expenses. I canceled our gym membership. The last time we were at the gym was before the pandemic. We have exercise. You can get exercise machines now. Oh my goodness. Zoom, like, go on YouTube. There's people fitness trainers that are certified and all that put free YouTube videos up for you to follow along with them. You can get healthy recipes. They can teach you how to work out with stuff you already have in your house, like a chair or something like that. So, we really are going through our budget and really cutting out what's not important. Now, remember, I did not say needs versus wants, because that's relative to each family. But what's not important versus what's important. So Disney Plus is not a need technically, but it is important for us to have because we do enjoy watching it. And I think it's probably the most watched streaming app that we have in our house, which is kind of interesting, is Disney Plus. And I love HBO Max too. But those are important to us. So we're going to keep those, but going to the gym is not as important to us when you have equipment at home, or you can go on YouTube and do a Zumba class with somebody. It's cheaper that way. And I can stay home, and do that as well. So that's what I mean, is really going through your budget, and also just analyzing your expenses, your food budget, being realistic. Like, I had to bump up our food budget, but because I'm cooking more at home, I don't have to have as high of a dining out budget. And I'll be real with you guys. The restaurants that I've been going to lately have been really lackluster in terms of the quality of food. Like, I've been finding myself leaving the restaurant and going home and making a meal because I feel like I can make it better, or I just want some of my cooking because I like my own cooking. And so I feel like, spend a little more at the market and bake the things that you really like. I recreated Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I make tacos at home, homemade pizza, cookies. All of that good stuff. And the quantity is greater, it's cheaper, and there's extra left over. Okay. Because we like having seconds and thirds over here in this house. But yeah, go through your expenses and really cut out what's important to you versus what's not important to you. The fourth thing that we're going to do and continue to do in terms of during this recession period is give. This is a big one. Now, this again is relative depending on your budget, but we are in a very, very fortunate place. We make quite a bit of money every month, and we realize that even though my husband and I put in the hard work, there were still people who helped us get into the door. And so I'm always about paying it forward in some way, and not really judging people and how they got in the situation that they got in, but really making an effort to give back, because there are going to be a lot of people who are going to really be hurting and struggling, just trying to keep their head above water during this period. So really not just giving to our church, but giving to our family members, giving to organizations and different charities. Like around Christmas time, we always sign up for the Salvation Army Angel Tree. So, and I really love this for our children, because our children can actually select kids that are their age. So my daughter, who is 15, can select another girl who is 15, and she has her list, and she can go and shop for her, and it helps them to understand and appreciate the blessings that they have, the state that mommy and daddy, worked hard to put our finances in, so that they don't have to worry, and instill into them that you definitely should be thinking about making sure you give when you get older, help somebody else out, because we all, had a leg up. And that goes into like our fifth thing that we're going to continue to do is practice gratitude, especially when there's a lot of fear out here. And this is something that we're teaching our children too. That's like our family word of the year, okay? And that was gratitude, because really you think, especially when a recession, like, oh my goodness, I can't do this, I can't go here, I can't participate in that, I can't buy that. And a lot of times you block out your blessings, right? You block out the good things that you have. And I'll tell you this, I was talking to my husband about 2 weeks ago, and I was saying, you know what, I really would like to be able to do this. And I was feeling a little sad about it. And my husband, was like, but we went here, we were able to do this. And we were in the process of buying another home. But even though we didn't, we were able to still put $50,000 into the stock market. I mean, when you step back a little bit and you're able to kind of view things at like a 360 view, you realize how fortunate and how blessed you are. To invest is a privilege. To be able to budget and have more income than your expenses is a privilege. And so we really try to practice gratitude, even though it may be a little tight and a little hard. When you count your blessings, you're like, oh my goodness, we have a home, we have heat, we have more than enough food. I mean, you have all these investment accounts, you've traveled to many places. And so you're really stopping and say, you know what? Okay. Let me get up from there and stop acting like this. I can still go, I can still do, I can still be at a later time in life. But right now, because things are going on, you just have to pause. And again, pausing doesn't mean you have to stop or quit. And that's something that we're teaching our children as well, to practice gratitude. It's so interesting to see children, how easily they forget. You'll go through, a lot to give them like something that they said they wanted. And when you give it to them, they play with it for about 10, 15 minutes and it's not important to them anymore. They move on to something else, or they want something else. And this is something, even as adults, we are trying to practice and instill in ourselves. This is constant, because it's really easy to let lifestyle creep up, because you feel like you want something, you see somebody have something. So what you go into debt to try to get it. It doesn't really solve that emotional void that's inside of you. And so as a result, you just got all this stuff. But gratitude helps us to realize, like, okay, this is what's important to us. This is what brings us joy. This is what makes us happy. This is what brings us closer together. And applying that to our money in the recession is the same thing. Investing is important to us, but going out for coffee every day is not. I actually really like having my coffee at home. So, really finding where your money works well for you emotionally and physically as well is key for us during this recessionary period, because even if things get tight, being able to use the money that we have in our arsenal responsibly so it doesn't run out so fast, gratitude will help us to, meter it out wisely. That's what we're trying to practice, wisdom here. So those are the 5 things we're doing with our finances to be able to, weather this recession storm. That is to save a little bit more. That's to keep investing like we've been. That's to go through our budget and really go through what's important versus what's not important. That's to continue to give more and to practice gratitude, to count our blessings, because we are really, really fortunate, even if things get a little bit tight. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me some comments down below. What are some things that you are really doing to prepare your money and your family for a possible recession? I know. So make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Hit the little bell notification button so that you don't miss an upload every time I post a video. And until next time, y'all already know, I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye.